Jack, do you chalk this up to having a bunch of young guys, and young guys have really high highs and low lows sometimes in this league?
Well, that's what we have to try to get the guys away from. And that's why I'm always trying to preach consistency. And that's the best place for every player, really. But you have to give credit to those to the guys in the other locker room. Boston came out with motivation, to do things playoff-wise for them, to get rolling playoff rhythm for them also, and they came out really aggressive at the beginning of the game and gave us a good challenge tonight.
Your team didn't shoot a very high percentage in the first half, especially. What did you think that was a product of? Was it shot selection? Was it just balls not, shots just not going in? Was it good defense?
I'm going to go all of the above. I think just the aggressive nature that Boston came out with put us back on our heels. And we talked about that at the beginning of the game. Is they were going to come out with an approach, very serious, very, very businesslike, and they did. And great lesson for us, going forward. You win one game and has no carryover from the last game. Doesn't mean a thing. That game's over with. And can you prepare yourself for the next game? Great thing is we have a lot of work to do. We'll do.
I was going to ask you, the next step for a young team, is that being able to put together consecutive games like you had Wednesday night? I mean, you played really well Wednesday night, and I'm sure you were hoping to get a bounce off of that. Is that the next step, doing it back-to-back nights?
It is the next step, or one of the steps that we have to take. Just realizing that every game it's a game within itself, and you have to prepare yourself, and that starts at the beginning of the day, thinking about your matchup, thinking about game plan, and that way when things don't go the way you want them to, maybe shots don't go in, you have a place of calm because of you've prepared yourself, and that's the best area that a player should live in. Being prepared and being consistent.
Anybody else?
Yes, Coach. Can you talk about with just a few games left in the season? Can you talk about the development of the young players like Mo Harkless, Eastwan Moore, Nick Vucevic, how much they meant for this team this year, and how they are going to develop going forward into next season?
Well, hopefully, each guy comes back a better player, and that starts a day-to-day process. There's no skipping steps. You put in the time, you put in the work, and you let the results show as they may. And so each of those guys, I can go down the list of how they've helped us this year, and we'll count on them going forward. So it's a work in progress, and they'll put in the work.
One more question, Coach. Tobias Harris, I know since he's come here from Milwaukee and all that, he had another good game tonight, 22 points. What did you guys see in him while he was in Milwaukee on the bench, not getting a lot of playing time behind Monteos Vanderjagers, to come here and come in the starting lineup, and how he's taken off as a player? It seems like his potential is starting to show, coming from University of Tennessee.
I think overall you look at what type of person he is, and he's a high character individual, so he's going to fit into our locker room. Then the ability to do multiple things, whether it's play multiple positions, guard multiple positions, the ability to score the basketball, to do it off the bounce, to have enough of a post game that we can go to him, to have enough of a handle where he can grab a rebound and push up the floor himself. So there were various attributes that we liked, and same with Bano and same with Duran. So overall, those three, we saw positives in all three of them.
All right, guys. Thank you. 11 o'clock tomorrow.